Welcome back to Countdown to Kickoff 2015 here at McQueen High School. Speaking of McQueen High School, there's an alum who's coaching a team here in Northern Nevada that is trying to bounce back, trying to create a new name for themselves. Those are the North Valley's Panthers. Check them out.
We expect to be a playoff team. We expect to compete in our league, which we didn't do last year, and we expect to get in the playoffs and hopefully do some damage once we get there.
What's it going to take for your program to get over that hump and make it to the playoffs?
We've been working really hard on building our guys' character. We think that if our guys are high character, they work hard, they're honest, have perseverance, that's going to take care of everything else on the field. And we've really been working to build that and build these bonds within our guys so that they have their backs, they have their teammates' backs, and they work hard the entire time.
What's your confidence level heading into the season?
I feel like we're going to go through a winning season, make playoffs, and then wherever we go from there, we go from there.
What would it mean for North Valleys to make the playoffs and get in and have a chance?
It would mean a lot. I mean, coming to think that we haven't had a playoff team in quite some time, that we could probably be the first one. That just brings, a drive to our teammates' hearts, and we just want to get out there and win.
The expectations are that we need to change the culture at our school, because normally we're expected not to go to the playoffs, but we need to change that, and we need to go to the playoffs this year.
Does this senior class believe that it can make the playoffs and kind of change the culture of North Valleys?
Yes, very much so. We all get very excited out there playing. We just enjoy ourselves and we try to get better.
From year one as a head coach in this program to year two, what are some of the differences?
It's just been so much easier. Since our season ended in November last year, we've been working to put this together, what we're doing this year, and just having those 3 extra months of planning and preparation and being in the job and knowing my coaching staff and players and being around them has just been so helpful. It's night and day difference between year one and year two.
Bleeding that teal up at North Valleys. I mean, this is a school that, Dan, needs a playoff berth. Just to really just inject some football life back into North Valleys.
They do, and you talked about Coach, you said, having his football upbringing at McQueen, he's done something different with his coaching staff. He has an offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, and he kind of manages the whole thing. So in his second year, he's finding his way and changing the culture and getting them to win. That's his number one goal.
That's the one big takeaway I got from the piece when we interviewed North Valleys, is that transition from year one to year two. The players talked about how much more comfortable they are. The fact that when they went into the offseason, they kind of knew what to expect. When they went into workouts, they knew what to expect. How big of an impact can that make? And then those kids talked about they're working their tails off. They desperately want to change North Valleys and the culture of that school and try and put them on the map. Is this the year? I don't know. They were 0-5 last year in league play. Can they get a win or two in league play? I think it's possible.
It's a difficult league to play in, especially. You look down the league and you got to go through Reed and you got to go through some pretty tough teams. We'll see what Doucette can do up there in his second year. Obviously, as you said, with McQueen type of upbringing, there's a never say die attitude, especially if you're playing up here on this field. You expect to win, and that's what he's trying to put into those players and trying to turn that culture around. And when you turn the culture around, suddenly the students are in the stands and the kids are at pep rallies and everything starts to change. And the other thing, Brian and Alex, his administration is behind him, and that helps a great deal. When he knows they've got his back, then he talks to the kids know that it permeates through the whole team. You've got another team coming up next that is trying to turn it back around, a team with a proud tradition, and now they've got Division I and NFL experience on their coaching staff. That's the Hug Hawks. It's next.